for us, we were sort of thinking, well, where should we actually set up? And then I thought back to a Bitcoin conference that I had attended in Dubai, and I thought, oh yeah, actually, Dubai's pretty cool, right? They've got no personal income tax, no capital gains tax, and low tax, and overall pretty easy and relatively open, especially at that time during the lockdown era. And so December 2021 is when we moved to Dubai, and for a few reasons. So obviously low tax, safety, easy flight connectivity, right? Because Dubai to Sri Lanka, it's only 4.5 hours. So I'm not saying it's, one size fits all, right? Everyone has to find what works for them, depending on your family, depending on your work, depending on what taxes and cost of living you can deal with. And so for us, it was a matter of, finding a pathway in. There's different pathways in, whether you're looking at like freelancer visa, or you get a business and set that up, or you buy a property and have a golden residence, golden visa. So there's different pathways in. And so I found, you've got to deal with a little bit of bureaucracy, but actually I think the UAE and Dubai was pretty good about that in terms of making it easy to get in, get set up, get all the typical things that you need, like get the visa stamp in your passport so that you can enter easily as a resident, and to get, the Emirates ID, which you use for, different services in the country. So over that few months we got set up and we started renting a place, and that was it. And so we set up there, and we're having a good time. So I think my wife really appreciates that it's very safe as well. The other thing that kind of, let's say if I was sitting on the fence and it kind of knocked me over and got me on, kind of got off the fence and into it, is I was talking to local Bitcoiners, right? So I was, part of it is like when you know people from around the world, and then when you're talking to them and you're sort of trying to figure out, especially at that time, it was one of the few places that was open and relatively free, and so that was the other big thing. And so I think the other cool thing with Dubai is you get a lot of people coming through. So there's a lot of interesting entrepreneurs, investors, and even things like artists and singers who come through and have a concert there or whatever. Like, a lot of people come to the UAE and perform there. So in a way, that's kind of, you get certain things that are come along with going to one of these big cities. I think Dubai is and the UAE is on the up in general. So I think it's going to be in a comparable city. It's going to be a comparable city when people mention, let's say, New York and London and Singapore and Hong Kong, and Dubai is becoming one of those cities. And so I think it's really cool in that way. So it really, you get this benefit of, the people you meet, the networking, and just kind of, it's a kind of a network effect that applies, because you can kind of be there and benefit from that.